Yeah. I'm gonna get some cucumbers. I should get a plastic bag, that'd be great. It's gonna be for the week. I'm getting 6. 3 for $2. Be rocking. Alrighty. Now we're gonna get some greens. 2 for $5, spinach. Boom. $2. Spinach, it's a must. Non-impact food, 0 calories, actually negative.
How's it negative?
Because what it takes for your body to process the spinach is actually requires more calories than what you're actually consuming. A bunch of like cucumbers, you can do the same. There's a bunch of non-impact foods. It's actually, if you buy my diet plan, you can get a link to the non-impact foods and you can see what you can eat. Just saying. I mean, when you're hungry, you can trick yourself and you can stuff your face. I mean, the food isn't the best tasting, but you can trick yourself and lose weight at the same time. Whatever, I'll grab some just to have. Pretty sure these are giant yams though. I don't think sweet potatoes get this size. Grab this one, this one, this one, and this one. There we go. $2. Giant yams that they call sweet potatoes. Dr. Sebi said no garlic, huh?
He said no garlic.
I love garlic.
You can add garlic.
No, I won't do it. I love garlic though. Garlic's some good stuff. Oh, we can get some bananas. Some a little treat. Dr. Sebi?
Yeah.
Why does he like voodoo bananas?
They don't have starch.
Ah.
These have starch.
See, buying bananas is tricky. Because like these are green, but the time we get back to the house, they'll be yellow. I'll do this. We just won't have bananas today, but we'll have bananas tomorrow. How much is this? $7 for... I'll do this. Some tilapia. Tilapia. You know tilapia, guys? It's actually, they're the bottom feeders of the sea. They eat a lot of shit, so you're actually eating like the shit fish. That's why it's so cheap. But it's good, it's healthy for you. Really lean for some reason. Yeah, so usually most meats that I eat are 96% lean or higher. I don't really do reds. The only time I will eat a red meat when I'm dieting is my last meal because of the long fast you go through when you sleep. So the red meat's the reason why they like take longer to digest. So I'll eat a red meat if I'm trying to like diet, get put on size or something like that to get me through the night because the processing rate of what it is will be so long. You know what I'm saying?
But how do you know it's 96.4?
Most of them have it on it. You can't tell on this one. Like it will say especially like certain lean. There'll be certain lean, like it will say lean, like right here. Look at 1% lean. Ground contains less than 1%. Oh, that's vinegar and lemon juice. Never mind. But it says lean meat. It should say the actual. Yeah. So this is 93% lean, so 7% fat. You can get away with that, but I recommend 96% or higher. Real lean meats. Stay away from those fats. At least the animal fats. This is the go-to protein, guys. Chicken breasts. I know a lot of people are like very picky about their chicken breasts and they like it trimmed and no fat. I cut the fat off myself, but $2 per pound. This is the cheapest protein you can get, pretty much. Chicken breast. This is what you're eating. It's lean. You just got to cut the fat off. Don't forget to cut the fat off. You don't have to if you don't want to be really anal about it, but I cut the fat off. Check this out. So this is ground chicken breast. It's the same thing as the chicken breast, but for whatever reason, for me, it tastes better. But it's 98%. Like chicken breast is a 98% thing, and I like to trick. Like after eating chicken so many days, I like to grab something else, and like this tastes different. So when my body eats it, because of the texture and everything, I'm like, oh, this is. Oh, you're treating yourself, even though it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same shit that you would eat. Just ground chicken breast, nothing crazy. Ground chicken breast, guys. Great for meatballs and pasta dishes, which we won't be eating right now. But we will eventually, as we get better with our diet. Peppers and onions. Like this is a negative food as well. There's like no, there's like the calorie intake is actually negative. Like you won't notice it. Obviously, if you're competing for a show, it'll be slightly different. But if you're just trying to be in great shape, this is really good. I love to throw like Frank's Red Hot on it, cook some chicken, do a little stir fry. Voila, beautiful. Kind of, I mean, it's not that expensive, but it's more expensive than any of the other veggies for some reason. Even though the nutrients in this stuff is literally nothing. One, it's frozen. Two, it's peppers and onions. But it's negative, and it will fill me up when I'm feeling hungry. Even though this week, technically, I'm not going to go too extreme on the diet. I'm just going to ease my way into it, you know? Why? Well, if you go extreme, you're setting yourself up for failure. It's not realistic. I mean, I have, like, the first time I ever decided to diet, I went really hard. I went extreme. I, like, weighed everything to a T, which I'm going to do on this, but my food restrictions were not as vast. And I found it really difficult come month 3 to keep going because I didn't ease my way into it. Where if you do baby steps, it makes the process, you have a higher chance of succeeding than just going cold turkey. But some people can do that. I can't.
So we adding Oreos to the mix?
Yeah, Oreos, cake. The cheat meal days. Cheat meal days. Oh, here we go. Secret. This is what you're gonna eat, Jeff. Right here. These are the fucking go-to. These are the secret formula. When you don't feel like eating at all, I would drink these straight up, like egg whites, no yolk, keeping the fats low. This is like 99% lean protein, like maybe even 100% lean. 100%, it's 100% lean protein, and it's just straight up protein, nothing else. The calories on this thing is straight up. Every gram is 4 calories, like that's the stereotypical protein count, and cholesterol free. It's great stuff. It's a kind of expensive though. Egg whites get expensive. I do recommend if you're gonna get egg whites, and if you have Amazon, order it by the gallon on Amazon. Try to find some. By the gallon, guys, not by the carton. All you bread lovers out there, you wanna be lean, ripped, and eat bread that's real bread. It tastes a little bit different, but it's real bread. We're gonna do some Ezekiel bread. Actually, I'm gonna reward myself. It's $1 more just because this is what everyone buys. All the other stuff sucks. The cinnamon raisin loaves. Right here. Boom. It's gluten free. Yeah, guys. Highly recommend this stuff. Gluten free. Obviously, in moderation, don't absorb all your carbs throughout the day with this stuff. But if you want to reward yourself with a little bit of peanut butter, I was on my diet. There's fat blocks. You can have peanut butter or whatever I recommend on this, along with some sugar-free jelly. God damn, that's a reward right there. All right, guys, so carb-wise, we're super simple right now. I just showed you guys that bread, but we also can do some nice long grain rice. Now, personally, everyone's body's different, but I will say it doesn't matter if you have brown rice, white rice. It doesn't matter. Rice is pretty standard. Obviously, one process is a little bit better because brown is better for you, but white is just not, it's not that big of a deal if you eat it. Just eat rice, guys. Eat rice. Now we're gonna go to fats. Simple. Buy a big bag. It's super cheap.
Add egg on the rice when you cook it?
No. Unless you add it with a fat block and you have it measured. If you have it measured, like for me, like if I know if I'm really weighing out my food and I know what I'm gonna do and I know what this meal is gonna be going towards, then I can throw one of the fats in, which is like some oil or something like that. But I rarely ever add something in on my rice. In fact, when I meal prep, what I'll do is I'll cook my rice, no oil, but then I'll prep my meals and I'll take one of my meals and I'll throw oil on the actual already cooked rice to give it a little bit more like flavor to it, you know? And then I'll just mark like, oh, that's a rice with fat, so I know because I have the fat weighed out too. But yeah, just buy a big bag, super cheap, guys. You'll save money. $10. That thing will last you 3 months, maybe more. And now I just need oil. Now, honestly, this is where I'm not too technical right here. There isn't not a lot of technicality going on here, but for oil, I do extra virgin olive oil. It's just what I've always been told by all my coaches and everything like that is extra virgin, not regular olive oil. I actually don't know the science for I actually don't know the reason for that. But
proven.
Huh?
It's worked for you.
Yeah, it's worked for me, and there's something about the extra virgin that's healthier, and obviously maybe it's yeah, of course, extra virgin olive oil. Boom.
Do you go with a specific brand or just?
Any brand, honestly. Olive oil is olive oil. Yeah, extra virgin. This is what I use to get my fats in. I'll do some peanut butter every now and then, depending on like how I want to look. But obviously, there is sugar in peanut butter. So if I'm really trying to look a certain way, then I'll pull back the peanut butter and use this instead. But yeah, simple. Oil, little tablespoon, get it in there. It's simple, easy stuff, guys. You can do it. Yeah, guys. So this is like one of my secrets to making food taste good, because let's be honest, a lot of the food we're eating is not the best tasting. Hot sauce. Throw some hot sauce on. And if you even want to be like, adventurous, you can even do some ketchup. You can get away with ketchup. Just make sure the ketchup is sugar-free. There's a sugar-free ketchup. If you guys didn't know that, grab that. Or just grab some hot sauce. And you can grab anything, like any type of real hot sauce. Like I do there's like a green sauce. Where is it at? Like even this, like you can do a chili lime. Nice. There's nothing on it. The only thing you have to worry about when you're doing hot sauce is the fact that the sodium intake. And I also do this green right here, this green pepper. I love it. It's really spicy. Spice it up.
Cholula.
Yeah. Get it going. Spice it up. Yeah, don't worry about the hot sauces. The only thing is the sodium intake. So they all have a high sodium intake. So when you do something like this, you're going to retain more water. But if don't worry about your sodium. I want to tell everyone that, unless you're competing for a show. If you have show involved and you have to do water manipulation and things of that sort, that's another thing. That's another category. That's its own thing. But for the most part, if you want to just try this diet, get this diet going and it to work, you can throw some hot sauce on there. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful of sodium. That's one thing.
What's your favorite hot sauce?
It all depends. I change it up. I keep myself entertained. I think that's the key. Let's check this sweet chili out though, because I think sweet chili has some sugar, which it does. Check the back right here. Obviously, you can't get this, even though it does say Frank Red's Hot. Sweet chili, don't grab this because obviously total, right there, 14 grams of sugar. Another thing I want to say to people about the sugar thing. Sugar intake isn't necessarily a bad thing. Don't worry about sugar so much. It's just the idea of the carbs. So carbs and sugar are actually the same thing. One's fast acting, one's not. So if it has a high sugar intake, it's going to also have a high carb intake as well. Don't focus on sugar. Just keep your sauces 0 carbs, which will mean it will be 0 sugar. That's not real buffalo sauce, because buffalo sauce should be 0. Oh no, this has 2 as well. Do I want to do it? I can on my first week. Yeah. So, all right. So pretty much, guys, I was just saying get any hot sauce you want. I picked buffalo sauce up. You look at the back of buffalo sauce, there is actual fat on there. So there's 2 grams, which will translate to 18 calories, which isn't the worst thing. Like, that's not the worst thing. Don't be so fearful of sticking to something to a T when you're just starting. Ease your way into it. I really enjoy buffalo sauce, so I'm going to still choose to get this buffalo sauce. I'm not going to go here and get Frank's Red Hot. Eventually, if I decide that I'm doing this diet, I'm doing a great job, and I'm not getting the results I want, then I'll pull back on the buffalo sauce. But as for right now, I'm just easing myself into this, so we're going to do buffalo sauce this week. Okay, guys, so I know this was just a little grocery shopping spree, and you could be overwhelmed. It happened to me the first time that I decided to start to eat healthy or start to diet or get into fitness. But one thing I want to stress to everyone is the fact that everyone's body works differently, and everyone can get away with eating different things, and everyone cannot eat certain things. So I want to say, like, there's going to be a link in the description. You can click the link, and I can help you out, and we can get to taper a diet that's specifically for you, and we can determine what you enjoy eating and try to get you to eat things in that category or similar to that, so that way you can achieve the goals you want and stick to a diet, because I think the goal is to taper a diet to you specifically and not just a mass cookie cutter. Okay, this is the only thing that works, because that's not the truth and that's not the case. So click the link. I'll reach out to you guys after you fill out the survey and we can go from there. Peace.